Welcome to the classic Storytime for kids. I'm thrilled to share today's story, The Tailor of Gloucester. Are you ready to hear about a kind tailor and some very special little helpers? Let's dive in. Once upon a time, in the lovely city of Gloucester, there lived a tailor. He was a very skilled tailor, known for making the finest clothes in all the land. But this tailor was not just any tailor, he was also very kind-hearted. One chilly morning, the tailor was busy working on a beautiful coat for the mayor of Gloucester. It was a grand coat, and the tailor wanted it to be perfect. But oh dear, he had run out of some important materials. The tailor sighed and said, "I must go to the shop to get some more fabric. But it is getting late, and I have so much work to do." He decided to take a little break and have a cup of tea. As he sipped his tea, he thought about how he could finish the coat in time. Suddenly, he noticed something moving in the corner of his shop. What could it be? He looked closer and saw a little mouse peeking out. The mouse was very curious. "Hello, Mr. Tailor," squeaked the mouse. "I see you are busy. Can I help you?" The tailor chuckled and said, "Why, thank you, little mouse. But I don't know how you could help me." The little mouse thought for a moment and said, "I can sew. I have tiny paws, and I can help you stitch the coat." The tailor was surprised but delighted. "That would be wonderful," he exclaimed. So the tailor and the little mouse got to work. They stitched and sewed, and soon enough, they were making great progress. But as the day went on, the tailor felt tired. He decided to take a nap. While the tailor was sleeping, something magical happened. A whole group of little mice appeared in the shop. They had heard about the tailor's kind heart and wanted to help too. The little mice got to work, sewing and stitching with all their might. They worked quietly so as not to wake the tailor. They were determined to finish the coat before he woke up. Meanwhile, the tailor was dreaming of beautiful coats and happy customers. He didn't know that his tiny friends were working hard to help him. When he finally woke up, he stretched and yawned. To his amazement, the coat was all finished. It was the most splendid coat he had ever seen. "Oh my goodness, how did this happen?" he exclaimed, looking around the shop. Just then, the little mice peeked out from behind the sewing machine, their tiny faces beaming with pride. "We helped you, Mr. Tailor," they squeaked happily. The tailor was so grateful. "Thank you, my little friends. You have done a marvelous job." He decided to make a special treat for them as a thank you. He baked tiny little pies filled with cheese and nuts. The mice were overjoyed. They enjoyed the delicious pies and danced around the shop in happiness. From that day on, the tailor and the little mice became the best of friends. Whenever the tailor had a big job, the mice would come to help him, and together they made the finest clothes in all of Gloucester. And so, the kind tailor learned that with a little help from friends, even the biggest tasks could be accomplished, and they all lived happily ever after. Thank you for joining me for this delightful story about friendship and teamwork. Remember, it's always nice to lend a helping hand, just like the little mice did.